Okay, so welcome to the Veterans Affairs Task Force meeting of October 2nd, 2025. At 6:30, if we could all please say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the
to the
flag
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So I would like to start the meeting to reorganize the board, well, the task force. So I will put it out to the task force to take a nomination for the chairperson.
I nominate Keith Gasco.
Second.
As I snicker.
Are there any other nominations on the floor? No, none being heard. We have a first and second. Are all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I hope he's home watching.
I warned him.
Okay. So we have our chair. I would like to put out to the task force a vote for the vice chair. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Jay.
What?
You're going to be vice chair.
Oh, okay.
Just be vice.
Well, he already is, I
In
think.
between, they were just.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Would anyone else like to put a name in for vice chair? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
You gotta remember, we got all servicemen here, and the motto is never volunteer for anything.
And I'd like to put out a nomination for the clerk of the committee, which is not me. I am your secretary. So, would someone like to put their name out or?
Steve Martin could do that.
Yeah, he's already it. I should have just said keep the slate the same.
I'm not clerk.
you
You got no
nominate
excuses now because
Steve.
you're not on the road, so yeah. I nominate Steve Martin.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Would anyone else like to put a name in for clerk? Do we have a vote all in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much, and we will keep the rest of the task force as is. So, we do have new business first to discuss about a budget discussion. So let me just give you a little background. As of last year, we had spoke about the town manager would like to put a budget line in for the Veterans Affairs Task Force. So we need you to look at, and we can discuss at the next meeting also, and then finalize a budget to be able to give to the town manager of what you're looking for, wreaths, flags, Memorial Day. We want to put all that in the budget line for the Veterans Affairs Task Force. So, Stuart, I know you wanted to speak on the budget, some budget items, correct?
Well, I think we're now involved with the wreaths, is that correct?
Correct.
So we've got to decide what we're going to do. I do have some figures of new wreaths every year,
Okay,
and I think it'd be a good idea to put that into the budget. Because I think next year, I was able to take the wreaths off from the cemeteries after July, so they can be refurbished.
okay,
That's 4 medium size and 1 large one for the War Memorial. And so I have figures for that.
okay.
You know, we might want to get into a situation where we do order all new ones every year. Refurbishing does cut the cost in half, or somewhere near there, depending on weather conditions, how severely they've been beaten with the weather. But if you would like, I can give you those figures now.
Mm-hmm.
This is for all new wreaths, including the large one at the War Memorial, 4 mediums at the 4 cemeteries, and the small ones.
Okay, and that's
For new,
30
No.
of them?
No. So the small ones are going to be $50 apiece. And the 30 new ones every year, that'd be $1,500.
Okay,
Medium ones would be for the cemeteries, 4 cemeteries. And they're $100 apiece,
okay,
so 400. And the large one at the memorial, War Memorial, is 150.
okay.
There is a little extra, almost on $5 for each of those. And I did speak with Debbie today, and she feels as though that would hold for this year, all new ones. Now, if we feel as though the 4 mediums and the large one are worth refurbishing, which they probably are, that would cut 200, about $300 off of this.
Okay, so we're looking,
So, now whether you want to put in for the future, that would be for this year. How often can we change that chain if we had to?
change the pricing?
Or change the budget?
Every year.
So every year.
Okay.
So what would happen is, this year, we're gonna start out with a budget, we're gonna give that to the town manager, and then each year, you go back to the table for the budget. So if things go up, if prices go up, or we just have to refurbish one year, we'll let her know what that is. So right now, we're looking at a little over 2,000 for all new wreaths. So we could keep that and say, every year we need to do new wreaths. Or you can say, you know, one year we're gonna lower it by 400 to refurbish, but next year we'll have to do new ones. You know, and try to do each year on and off. But you will come to the table every year to do a budget.
It might be worth considering going to all new. The only reason being is, all your memorials, the 30 of them, do not have a wreath on them from July 4th to Veterans Day.
Okay.
So if you wanted to have a wreath, some decoration on those,
I think I
Memorial.
you know, I know Keith was lax picking him up, but I kind of like him out there still.
oh, okay.
You know, it looks,
Well, the only thing I'm sorry to interrupt.
no, that's okay.
You know, I've noticed, because I've been talking to both of you about this, I've been looking at the condition of them the last couple of weeks. We're missing 2. We're missing one down near the church, and we're missing one at Washington Park. I don't know if kids took them or what, so the longer they stay out there, the longer the possibility of vandalism, theft, or just whatever happens. Those 2, I don't know if somebody picked those up, but they're not there. So I don't know how long I think I'm with Stu. I think we should keep the 4 that we have, the 5 now that could be refurbished, put them at the VFW where we know they're safe. Put in for all new now, and we could refurbish those at another time. But I don't like the idea per se of leaving them out there, because if we're already missing 2, a couple of months is way too long. And I don't know what happens to those other 2, but just my 2 cents.
Jay, was Washington Street parking where else?
The one next to St. Bridget's.
Oh, I took that one off.
Oh, you did take that one
Now
off.
So
You kid.
so just Washington Street then?
That I know of.
It was falling off, so on the way back from church, I took it and
I mean, somebody might have done the same with St. Bridget's for all I know, but
Yeah.
down there, it's more likely kids that are,
Oh, Washington
Washington
Street.
Street.
yeah, yeah. What I said.
well, if we have in the budget to do all new
Right.
ones, if we have in the budget to do all new ones this year,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, $300 is nothing, you know, as far as town budgets go.
right.
So,
And we could always keep them all anyway.
yeah.
And if one has to be refurbished, if one's better than the others, we could always have them back up later when times are leaner.
right.
Yeah.
I think now shoot for the moon, and if they shoot us down, we go from there.
I spoke to Debbie, she would do them this year. And she'd appreciate knowing ahead of time so she can get the material.
One last question, should there be should we put in for like an extra 2, just in case something
I
happens?
think we got some new ones around someplace.
I think Debbie did 2 new ones for us this year, right?
It'd be down the VFW.
I think that,
Okay.
yes, they should still be there.
Something that says that.
Okay, so, not only wreaths, but what else are you thinking to put in the budget? Because we have to talk about Memorial Day,
We have to put the
flags.
food in.
Oh,
Do we want to do flags also? Wreaths
I
and?
think we get the flags.
The flags, as a matter of fact, she called me last week. She's putting an order in for the stands for the flags, the metal stands,
And who's she?
veterans agent,
Okay,
the
Anne,
assistant veterans agent.
Anne Marie? Yep,
So I'm gonna order 50 of those, and she takes care of that cost. That cost is what the town gives them.
okay, but I'm talking about the flags that are down at the memorial.
Because we just
Okay.
bought those, so they should be good for another
they
year.
bought 2 sets, right?
And we have another set,
Yeah, so. it
Not
should be
the
all right.
amount, for the,
For out
yeah, we
front,
should
right?
have one more
Talking about the
set.
6 service flags?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that should be fine.
Yeah,
but you're gonna wanna put that in the budget to show them.
yeah,
So we'll need a price for that, just to show what we will need, and we'll let them know that we have the ones here and another set, but that we're gonna need that eventually.
So if we're gonna go yearly, we only need, if we have a backup set already, we only need 1 more set of flags for the year, right? We wouldn't have to put in for 2.
No,
No, correct, but you wanna make sure that if you're gonna do a budget, that we need to put everything in that you want and that you're gonna need, and then we can tell them we won't need to do this year, but we are gonna need it next year, because you need to be clear and concise about what you want in your budget and what you're spending it on.
Okay.
so I have, she did give us 2 new ones, the 14-inch, I have her invoice here.
Okay.
well, can I bring up something different as far as the flags go?
Yep.
In this town here, I noticed either at the VFW or here at the town hall, we do not have a retired flag drop box available anywhere for anybody in the citizens to bring flags to be properly retired. I did a little bit of research, and I found a place online that we can get one from anywhere from $800 up to $2,000. They can be interior or exterior. I don't know if that interests anybody, because I know I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, where can I get rid of this flag? I tell them to go to the Legion in Sutton, and they're like, that's always full. It's like, well, why don't we have one here in this town?
Don't they do it at the Legion here anymore? I mean, VFW anymore?
There's no place to drop
There's no drop box.
Because I brought all my flags there right up to about a month ago.
it. Where'd you drop them?
I gave them the guy there, and he.
Right. What I'm talking about is having a drop box,
Oh, a
like a
drop
mailbox,
box.
so
Oh,
anybody
okay.
that can go up there at any point in the time,
Oh, yeah, okay.
put the flag in
I
the
thought you
drop
meant there was
box,
a place not to have.
and then
them.
have it
Okay.
properly disposed of at a certain time, which I think, Jay, you guys just did not too long ago, right?
Yes. But yeah.
And I have I have information here on interior and exterior and all the different prices and sizes, if anybody's interested in looking at that. But I think
Right.
that might be something that we should probably look into, just my opinion.
Alternatives to that, because you and I had talked about this briefly, if we don't get money for something like that, we could look at other ways. You maybe a Boy Scout doing it for his Eagle Scout thing, or even
That's fine.
getting something donated, and we could paint over it.
That's what, I think the Legion did that, is they get an old mailbox and
I
it
was
got
thinking maybe
painted.
contact the postal service, see if they can give us one of their old mailbox drop box. We could get
That's
somebody
what they
to
did.
paint over red, white, and blue or something like that. I mean, I'm just looking at alternatives if we don't get money or what. I understand what you're saying. But there's also, you could reach out to the Boy Scouts, maybe one would do it for their Eagle Scout thing, I don't know. But
Well,
I
something's,
agree with you, there should be something
something's got
done.
to, something, we have to have something somewhere, because
Have you
nobody's,
seen the mailboxes in the last 20 years? They got them welded now, so you can only get a letter through. You
Well,
can't put a
they-
package in there.
They
well, that's
may
what
have-
I'm just saying, I have this right here. I mean, it's from American Securities Cabinets, and they're very nice. You can have Marine Corps insignia on them, you can have, just a regular soldier, an eagle, an American flag. They come assembled, disassembled, they come in stainless steel, they come in aluminum, they come in large, extra large, things of that nature, and the prices vary whether you want to have us assemble them here or they come assembled. They'll drop it right at the town hall or they'll drop it right at the VFW. But with the town growing and no place to, have any place to retire a flag appropriately, I think that, at some point we should cover this and see if we can do something about it.
I agree.
Because I know I have an American flag at the house that I want to retire, but there's no place
Yeah.
in my town. And the place in Sutton is the Dudley Jenred post is the closest one to my house, and it's always full.
Tuttle's not that far away, and they got a drop box.
Where?
The Tuttle.
In Auburn?
Where Tiny Tim's is now.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah.
if you live in Millbury, why do you want to go all the way to Auburn? We should have something in our town as well. And I know we don't have a Legion, and that's usually where they're at, but we have a VFW post, and we also have the town hall.
Legion and Dudley General and, yeah, we
I
don't
would
have a
put
place
it,
there.
put $800 in
Yeah.
for that,
So you have the information?
I have all the information right here. Would you like to see it?
Do you
Or I
want me
can
to
give
make
it to you.
copies of it so you can keep a copy and I can keep a copy?
Sure, I'll give,
That way we'll
yeah,
have it?
yeah, I'll give you everything right here.
Okay, that's perfect. And I know that they make good boxes because our election drop box is made by them.
Okay, so
So-
you know what, okay.
Yep, so I
Right,
know
and they
they're
can
good
be-
quality.
Yay.
What's that?
What, did I say something?
So he was saying that they're good quality. That's what he was saying.
Okay. I thought he was being sarcastic.
You are.
No, I don't believe in sarcasm.
So, okay, so that being said, we'll put 800 to 1,000 just to look at and see what you
Sure.
have there, right?
Sure.
What else, before we talk about Memorial Day, do you think needs to go into the budget?
Like, we have till what, December, you said, to finalize everything?
We do have time to talk,
So we're gonna have
but it's
to,
gonna be here quicker than you think to do the budget.
we're gonna have to really step up, and Stu and I talked about this briefly last night, very briefly, about what projects we're gonna look to take on this year. We generally do a project every year, correct?
We do.
So we're gonna have to come up with something pretty quickly if we're gonna get it into the budget.
Or you're gonna have to think about an amount that you wanna put in for the budget.
But I
It's
thought,
gonna be a project amount for each year.
but correct me if I'm wrong, you just said we have to say what we're using the money for. We'd have to have a purpose for where that money's going and said purpose, right?
It would be a project line.
Open-ended or just,
Well, it would be a project line concerning the veterans. So if you do grave markers, like you want to give an idea of what you're going to be doing, that type of project, doing maybe a memorial down at Cully's or at the bridge or something like that, but we're going to need background on what you want that money for. And then
but is that subject to change?
it would be subject to change in the scope of the project, just the explanation of the project. So the one thing is you can't put into your budget $1,000 and then have the project come back as a scope of 5,000.
No, we won't have the money for it at that point.
You'd have to do it in stages. So you just want to think about that.
I really like to paint the cannon because we've been trying to paint it for 3 or 4 years now. So I'll work on getting a cost of paint and bring it to the next meeting.
Okay.
Because
That's
that could be a
perfect.
one-time
Right.
project budget.
Yep. But we could, I mean, that could be in the budget for every 3
Right.
to 5 years. So, besides that, is there anything before you go to Memorial Day? Because then I can make up the scope of what you guys want and give it to you in the budget form, the budget papers that the town manager gives us, and I can put it into that, and then you guys can see everything where it is, line by line.
Veterans Day,
What's that?
Veterans Day.
To bring up Veterans Day?
Are we going to do that, or is that something that maybe?
Well, are we involved with organizing for Veterans Day? Is that something,
Well, we never have done that, so.
You guys have not? Is that something
That used to
that,
be a Veterans Council thing.
Yeah.
right,
I think the question is that something that the VFW is going to take over, or does the town get involved in it?
Is the task force going to be involved in kind of?
What is
So,
involved
like-
in
What is it,
Veterans
Yeah.
Day?
what's involved in that?
Can you tell me like what that is? Like it's,
School visits,
yep,
school visits, and then retrieving flags from the cemeteries, which is, we do through the Boy Scouts.
okay, so the school visits normally were put together by the Veterans Council,
Correct,
correct? And
correct.
who was in charge of that? Was that Bobby Roy, or was that,
The
Myself.
schools
since,
are in charge of, I spoke with Saul,
Sal Pallone?
yeah,
Yep,
last week, and he's waiting to hear. For Veterans Day, what the schools do is he does a panel of, I don't know if they're seniors in high school or what. And then a group of veterans would sit in front of the, as the panel, and the students ask questions. That's what they do. The other two schools, Elmwood has a program, an hour. And,
The Shaw is,
yeah,
Shaw is similar to the high school, but PG. Because the kids are, say, hey, don't, their coach, hey, don't ask a veteran if they killed anybody, or,
right, right.
well, the Shaw has school, we visit the classrooms.
You visit the classrooms, okay. So who do you deal with at the middle school? 'Cause
Tuccio.
Sal's the high school.
Yeah,
Mr. Tuccio. Is the
Mr.
principal.
Tuccio?
Yeah.
And who do you deal with at Elmwood?
Well, he used to
Corey
be
Burke.
the other Andy, but.
Corey Burke now?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
so basically all we do, if the task force is kind of
yep. It's just the scheduling?
to get better, to schedule veterans to go to these.
Get the word out through the VFW or other sources.
Okay. So it's up to you if you think that we should take it over. If you want to take it over, I deal with Sal Pilano on the Student Government Day, so I can deal with him on scheduling, and I can talk to Mr. Tuccio and Mr. Burke. And then if we can coordinate with Chris at the VFW to get that word out, and then people can tell me I can do the scheduling. So if that would help, and it would help the VFW, I would not be opposed to helping do that.
Saul is just waiting to hear from me if we're gonna be involved.
Okay,
And if veterans, I did email him to ask him if he's gonna have the program and would he want veterans attending.
okay,
And he said check and see and get back to him.
okay,
But all the schools know what to do. As long as they know they're gonna have, excuse me, we go to the Elmwood at 9 o'clock on Thursday before Veterans Day,
okay,
and they have their program, and then we go immediately up to the Elmwood,
Shaw.
Shaw,
yep,
for, about
for their
10:15.
program. Okay,
And then they have lunch for us there if we wish.
okay,
And then, on Friday at 9 o'clock, the high school has their panel program.
okay,
And we're invited to go a half hour early if you want coffee, and they have it there for us.
okay,
The other one is Care One. If they're gonna have their program, that would be like 1 o'clock on Friday.
and
It gives certificates to
the veterans that are
veterans
there.
at Care One,
And do you deal with the activities director there?
probably.
Annie Greeno.
Who?
Annie Greeno.
Annie
she's the-
Greeno?
Yeah. She's a Gold Star mom, too.
Who was
Okay.
there last year what group gave out the, blankets or the Afghans last year?
Quilts of Honor.
Was that cool? I thought there was a spin-off of them.
There's two of them now, you're right, I don't know,
I didn't think it was them.
if it's the big tall woman, that's Quilts of Valor, if it's the other If it's Bill Havlardi's wife, I think it's the other group.
Right, because that's Karen Dinsdale is the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who deals with Annie? Because I can call her also.
Well, in the past, I've been doing it, only because I'm still on the Rolodex over there.
Okay,
But, if the town wants to do it, then, we can have, somebody else.
I'm gonna just go out on a limb, Mary, and say that if the town does it, it's gonna be under us, under the Veterans Affairs Task Force.
Okay?
So if you want to get back to Sal and tell Sal to contact me, I will make sure that the schools are scheduled. I will get a hold of Jay at some point to let him know that, to get a hold of Chris so that the VFW can put out a notice to the veterans, and then we'll schedule everything. And if you, George, would like to still talk to Annie, and then when we have Veterans Day, I'll try to go that day so that she knows who I am, which she knows through elections and such, what I do down there with them, so she should know my face by now. But then I can coordinate with her next year and I'll do everything. But if you would like me to, I would like the board to take a vote for that, so.
Now, will you contact the elementary school and Shaw School?
Mr. Tuccione, yep,
So
I
you're going to
will.
do all that?
I will
And
contact.
you're going to
Once,
talk to Saul about the high school?
once you tell Saul, you tell him tomorrow that I'll contact him, I will contact him next week. And I will contact the schools to get everything set up.
I make a motion that we do that.
One thing, is that for this year or next year? Because this year's coming up quick.
This year.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make sure.
The only reason I ask is we talked about it last night at the VFW. That's why I ask.
So that's this year you're going to do it?
I can make phone calls, yes, next week.
I'll do the Care One.
Okay.
Then I'll second that then.
So we have a motion and second.
Okay. Is it all
All
in
in
favor?
favor?
So used to,
All in favor?
All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I do it at every meeting. Oops.
Okay.
Know your place.
I need the help, Trish.
Okay, so now, with that, there's no money concerning that for our budget, right? Because the schools take care of everything. Okay. So now I think we're up to Memorial Day. And then if you guys want to think about projects, like an amount for a project to be put in.
Can I step back one on,
Yes.
on the Care One? The VFW in the past has done the certificates for the veterans. That was Barbara Roy. And I don't know what you guys want to do this year.
I was unaware that we did that.
Well, yes, Barbara does the certificates. I know she's going to have a hip operation,
Right.
but it'll be, I think it'll be in October, so November. She might be able to do the certificates for us,
I'm sure we could probably find someone else that could do them, right?
or somebody else.
Yeah. So you want to say the VFW to continue doing that? And we'll, if she can't do
Well,
it,
she
we'll-
was doing it with the VFW.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But if we can't, we'll find someone that can.
Sure.
So I imagine she was doing it with Bobby then, so.
Yeah.
You could be the second liaison if you want.
And I'll reach out to Barbara too, to see if she can do it this time. And if she can't, I'll have her send me the certificates and I'll do them.
Oh,
That's not a problem.
I didn't look at you like you had to do that.
Yeah, you did. I saw.
I was afraid it might fall on me.
Yeah, I can contact her next week also and make sure, because if she's having a hip surgery, I don't want her to worry about that.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem, because I'm sure she can send them to me, I can put them right in the computer and get them done. Not a problem.
One less thing.
Okay. Anything else before we go forward? No? Okay. So do you want to do a project discussion first, or would you like to talk about Memorial Day first?
I was get Memorial Day out of the way.
Okay, so now I know that there's usually $500 in the budget for food.
Yeah.
Do you think you need more than that?
No, those.
There was
women go-
plenty, right?
They go all
Yeah.
out with the desserts.
Yeah.
I think the kids left early, right?
Yeah,
So basically whoever went over there was stragglers, amongst our own ranks.
Right.
They had stuff for the kids if they had chose to go over, so.
Okay.
But they left early, wasn't it because of was there a parade or something?
No, because we scheduled it that way. 'cause
Right.
We thought it would. It
The
was
band had their thing, they did not want to march into the cemetery.
cemetery,
That's
yeah.
right.
That was the
I knew
band,
there was something
the
about like that.
band teacher's decision.
Yep.
And so they cut off after that, I think.
Okay.
Okay. So $500 for food, and then I know the buses get donated, correct? Mrs. O'Connor
Pretty sure.
does the buses, so we'll reach out and just make sure that that's all set. Is that the only money we needed was for food?
Do we pay you, Kevin? No, no, I tried.
That's for the town. Kevin's blessed. He gets to do
know.
all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
Just a technical question, is Judy's,
That's because he's behind the
her
camera.
buses are part of the
Friends.
The
Friends,
Friends.
Friends of,
the senior
Friends of
center.
the
Senior center, okay.
Correct. Do we pay the
Oh, we
drivers
pay
though?
the taps. Don't we pay the taps? Do we pay the
The
taps?
school.
school,
School
that's a
plays.
freebie.
Takes care of that.
Just-
Whoever
okay.
plays trumpet in the band, he ends up doing the taps.
Okay. I will double check too with Amy Fleming just to make sure that the 500 was enough, and that there was no other money amount that was tied in that we don't know about.
Right.
To make sure that we put that in the line item. Okay. So I think that brings us to projects then. So just food for thought, how much, and I can go back and look at the minutes, but how much did we spend on doing the grave markers? Was that like three?
To clean them. Oh,
I know. It wasn't the grave markers, it was the memorials, right?
the squares.
That's right. We did clean the memorials, correct.
Yeah.
In the cemetery?
No, we went to each of the war memorials that we had.
Oh,
right?
oh, oh,
Correct.
okay, the
The
ones that are
30
above
we were
ground.
talking about with the wreaths,
Yeah.
I believe, yeah.
So,
If-
yep,
Now, the war memorials, they were done over completely.
Mm-hmm.
That was you can't do that every,
no. That would be a capital budget project.
but I mean, even cleaning them. They have to be cleaned in a certain way because they're all bronze.
Correct.
Would it be better if that Rex Monument, the one I dealt with, they would be willing to come down and clean them? The War Memorial and the 30 bronze at the
Squares?
squares.
Okay.
Do they have to be done? Probably not, because they were just done. They don't have to be done every year.
So is that like a 3 to 5 year, every 3 to 5 years?
I would
Something
put
like
that under
that, yeah.
capital plan.
Capital plan, okay.
But it'd be better to have a professional do it. They-
Right, yeah, no, absolutely. We're just
No.
saying, you know,
a
instead of
certain-
putting that in our budget every year.
Yeah.
Because if we don't use it, then the next year, we're not gonna get it.
We can go around and check a few of them just to see.
So there is a difference between your budget and then a capital planning project budget.
Yeah.
So capital planning project budget is every 3 to 5, 7, 10 years, and we plan that out so that the town's fully aware of what's going to be coming up. Your regular budget is going to be a project that you're going to do every year, like if we do grave markers or things like that. So that's what, that level is where you want to think of right now to put in the budget. And then we can also put a capital budget project together and do that.
When you say grave markers, what do you mean exactly?
Well, I was just using that as an example, because
Oh, okay.
didn't we talk about
Yeah,
having?
we talked about raising them, remember? I have an estimate, but that was
Okay.
that was a few years ago that we had.
And that was from Jamie, right?
Yeah, maybe I can get them to try to update the quote.
So that was just an example of what I was,
That certainly
Sorry.
needs to be done.
They're getting
Right.
overgrown.
But it is going to be a big job,
Okay, so,
not just, going around individually. You're going to have, well, we won't get into what you're going to do.
nope, that's okay. So what,
I thought in the past we had talked about in stages possibly.
Well, that'd be the thing to do.
Yeah, we couldn't do them all.
I don't think
all
it's
year.
feasible to do all the cemetery. You'd have to almost do them in a year, then an off year, then a year.
okay, so what type of project would you do every year? So what type of project or amount of money do you think you would want to put in every year? Would it be,
I think that's what we were at a stalemate was whether we're gonna raise them or, I think people had talked about landscaping them maybe, to get the grass and stuff off of them.
okay,
Am I right in that or?
No, yeah, we were gonna have the mulch from military guy.
Yes, that,
so I'm going to say
All
that
right, let me call him tomorrow and see if he can come to our next meeting.
okay.
that'll be the first Thursday in November.
Yeah.
Let me
Because even
check that.
something like that, if it's done in,
I just, I just saw his phone number, so.
even if that's done in,
Who's that, Tent a Touch?
No, the mulch for military,
Oh,
they
okay.
make those boxes to raise them.
Right.
oh,
I
they
know
make
we
the
would have-
boxes.
I
Okay.
Yeah,
remember
we have
talking
to
about
talk, but I wanted him to come to a meeting to show you.
Oh, okay. I wanted to speak on that a little bit. First of all, we've got to get permission for
Right,
the
from
town,
the
right?
cemetery commission, yes.
The
So
cem-
maybe I'll invite them to our meeting too.
Yeah. Approximately how much per,
I don't think they charge. The carpenter training school makes them for them, because we ship all the material up there. And it's a nonprofit, so they get money. I'm gonna invite them to come. That's
Yeah.
easier than,
Let
some
him
of the
say it.
questions I have is, I seen a couple that have been put out. Did you do that, or did
no, no, I haven't done it. No, I have the one that
There's
he,
one up in West Millbury I seen, and it's kind of splitting. We gotta,
well, it's
I mean, do they
PVC,
do
it
these,
shouldn't.
do they do these for other cemeteries?
Yeah, they do it all over the state. I'll have them come. That's the easiest.
Now, these are for veterans markers, right?
They're all veteran markers, yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't sink in the ground like ours are doing. They tangle up with the Boy Scouts. I'll see if he can come to our next meeting, or send a representative to explain it better. Then
So-
I'll see if, somebody from the cemetery commission can come to our meeting and,
That sounds like
Listen
the way
in.
to go. At least we'll get some answers from the people that actually do
right,
it.
that, no,
And Mr. Roy is on the cemetery commission, so, just so you know.
Now,
Do you have a list of any of the cemeteries that have them in now?
yeah, I'll get it to you. I
If
have
we
a
could
file.
go see them,
Yep,
okay?
I'll send you the information.
So if we have them in here in November, then in December, we can finalize the budget so that the town manager can have it. That would be perfect.
Now, would we put something in the budget to do all the veterans markers?
I wouldn't do it, I would put like a line item.
Could you do it yearly where we're gonna do X amount
Right,
one
that's
year?
what I
Correct.
mean.
X amount
Yes.
the following year and just have it rotating?
Yeah,
Yes,
And it may be worth asking if, instead of waiting until this becomes an issue, can it be done for all new things being put in? That's something we'd have to ask him. As a veteran passes away and they put one in, maybe it should be raised at that time instead of trying to play catch-up down the road, where we're perpetually
Right, I
trying
would
to
think
chase
that's
our
what-
own tail.
so that's something that we can have put in the quotes that Mary gets.
And that would be like a line item every year.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. Everybody good with that?
You still gotta convince me that I'm not
well,
against it.
even if we don't do mulch for military, we gotta do something, so whether we
Yeah.
put Jamie in, put $5,000 in the budget for
Yeah.
raising the stones, the markers, or go mulch for military,
What I'd like to see is how they hold up.
Right. Well, they're made out of PVC, so it's all PVC,
Yeah.
so they're gonna hold up pretty good.
Is there a way, I think,
So-
That's what, to visit some of the cemeteries that are doing it.
I was gonna say, maybe we can get a list of what they've done in the past, and still, if you take, I'll take a ride with you if we wanna go look at the other cemeteries to see how they've held up 4, 5, 6 years down the road. Because I agree with Stu, you don't wanna throw it in there if it's gonna look worse 5 years from now.
So what Mary's gonna do is send you the list.
Yeah.
You can go and look. If more than 2 of you go, or 3 of you go, we have to post it as a site visit. So just remember that, okay? Because that would be then a portion of a quorum, so we don't want to go against the open meeting law, because I know you all came to the training. So, but that's something that you guys can go look at. We'll see what the quotes are in November, we'll see what they offer us, and then we can finalize for December. So you will know by then whether you feel that they should be approved as a project or not for the whole board.
And is there does anybody else have any other thoughts on what we could do other than raising them? Is there, I mean, I don't know, I'm just playing dumb
Jamie
here.
had given us a quote a few years ago, because he just did that in Grafton. And, you know, you just raise them with stone. But that, I would have to get it requoted, so.
Right.
It depends on what kind of marker you have. If you have a bronze marker, they're supposed to be in a cement foundation. They have the clips on the back to go into a cement foundation. There's not much you're gonna do about raising that. The granite ones are very easy to raise. You know, if that's what you wanted to do, is raise them.
So besides that, for the project that you had talked about for that, is there anything else that would be something that would be done yearly? I don't know, for
I don't think
example, is
there-
there anything at the 30 war memorials that have to be done yearly? Like flowers or things like that, that would be put
Oh, yeah,
into a
flowers.
project?
I'd like to make a motion that we do something for B and Cooley Park. That seems to be like just, it seems like it's forgotten over there.
What is it?
The Veterans Park over there, was it B and
Being
Cooley?
Cully.
B and
I
Cully?
think it's Veterans Memorial on one side and the bridge is Brancolli.
Now,
Oh,
as
I
my,
thought that Spark was there.
So I believe that Spark, which is the apartments there, does take care of the
we're
area,
relying on them, correct?
mowing and such, but if you wanted to do something there, we would just have to
We were
look at what
talking about
you
moving the cannon there.
wanted
Yeah,
to
that was
do.
it.
So
We did.
that in turn, if we move the cannon, we could probably have our DPW do that, correct?
Yes.
I would
Okay.
say, yeah.
All right. So.
I'm just thinking of flowers or whatnot. It seems like it's always left out of everything we do. And I just was kicking it.
Definitely put flowers in our budget for Memorial Day.
Okay,
That's
At
what I
least
was
a couple of $100.
okay.
thinking. It just seems like that's forgotten.
Yeah, we can do that. Just remind me, I'll go. I just planted mums down below. Yeah, the flowers, like, I drove by, I'm like, ooh, they look terrible.
So that's my only other thought. Is there anything else that would be like a yearly expense that we would do for upkeep or take care of?
Well, the War Memorial, I don't think there's anybody designated to take care of that on a yearly basis.
Meaning the flowers, cleaning, like,
Well,
what do you mean by that? Just so I'm clear
I
on
think-
it.
Well, everything, decoration, other than the lodge.
That's volunteer work. We'll just do it, you know. I know Warren had with that, you know, if we get that stain again, Brian Gasco donated rust remover, so.
I think I kind of agree with Stu. If we do rely on donations and whatnot for Memorial Day, if we had to, we could always roll that in.
We don't get donations for Memorial Day, do we?
No, I'm saying for the War
Labor.
Memorial, for flowers and whatnot.
No, don't worry about
We
it.
get labor,
We just put it in the budget.
We did, I did
The
put money
past,
in the budget.
Dennis Hill takes care of the flowers.
No, I do.
Well, you knew now,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, me and Randy Mogren, Dennis Hill, whoever's around. Well,
Okay,
now it's easier because you just have to plan in the pot, so.
but I just want that thought process for you guys to make sure that we put everything in that you want in the budget, so that when we go
Definitely
before the
flowers.
manager to discuss it, okay?
And
But we
because
can
we.
bring that to you next,
Correct, right,
Right.
we want to do it this time, next time, and then finalize that in December.
Because we discussed it numerous times at the Board of Selectmen meeting, a lot of people have taken their own responsibility to decorate the memorials near their homes. So a lot of people reached out to me. Bob Similar went out and planted not carnations, what the heck are they,
It was,
geraniums.
Right.
At all the other ones, so if people are gonna volunteer, let's let them volunteer. Is my take. And if something happens that they don't wanna do it, there's more volunteers. I know somebody sitting over there that wants to get involved.
they used to have a list for all the memorials, adopt a memorial.
Yeah, that's kind of what I put it out on Facebook, and quite a few people had reached out to me, so we'll leave it as that. And
That's a good idea.
yeah, instead of, the War Memorial, yeah, because we do it up nice, and I'll include that park. I'll get some more pots for that. But it's kind of something I like to do for the town and for you veterans, so.
thank you, Mary.
That's it.
All right, so I think, unless you have anything else, that will conclude the discussion on the budget. Okay.
Yep.
So the next thing that I have on the agenda for you is old business. I don't think we have to recap future projects, because we actually just talked about it in the budget, but does anybody have a recap of Memorial Day that you want to go over? Any notes that you want me to write down, or are we good until we get planning for the next memorial?
What do you mean, like as to what happened, or?
Correct.
Could you just note that we should advise that Asa Waters director that we're using it on Memorial Day? Just a note so we remember
Yep.
to include her on all the goings-on, so.
Yes. I will.
I think that was the only, I think everything else went pretty smooth.
Well, should we look into just what happened with the buses, if that would ever happen again? That there's maybe access to a backup, whereas if that one went down,
Yes,
that
I can,
someone could go maybe to the senior center, grab a bus, or if the friends there.
Well, that's what happened, Richie Hamilton.
yeah, that's what they did. They did
Is that what they
call
did?
Richie Hamilton in to grab that bus.
Okay.
But yeah, I can call Judy, and I'm sure she probably already has a backup plan already in place. If I know her, she has it all scheduled out.
Yeah.
So, yes, we can take care of that.
I really liked the idea of the band playing earlier in the day, like we had it
Yes.
scheduled. I thought that
I
was.
thought everything went well this year.
Yeah.
And then we went back and, as I remember.
Jane, is the sound all set for Memorial Day?
Kevin?
Yeah. He's
He's
shaking
nodding
his
yes.
head, yeah. He's still got one more kid to get to high school, so.
Is he willing to do it?
Yes, of course,
I haven't seen a no yet, so I'm saying, yeah.
The man behind the curtain says yes.
isn't that part of Mac's contract?
Oh, yes, I don't know, you guys haven't met Max. This is Max.
Hi, Max.
He's Kevin's new employee. So Max will be ready to do that.
Poor Max.
Poor Max, I know. Okay.
Now, when do we take the flags down?
The Saturday after Veterans
The
Day.
Saturday after, okay.
So if we're gonna get, the VFW has a connection with the Scouts. we'll get the scout.
No, I meant the ones hanging in town. That's a DPW?
DPW. yeah.
Okay. So, just so I can tell Matt Stencil.
Now, that's another thing that we should probably have in the budget.
What?
How many of the 3x5 flags we're gonna need?
Well, we just bought all new ones this year, so,
Yeah, but don't
Correct.
they have a tendency to walk away during the year?
Well, I did say that if DPW takes them down, I will put them in my vault. So they won't walk away.
Okay. Well, I just remembered that was a
yeah.
So-
mention last time.
Mary, if you talk to Matt and I'll talk to Matt that,
I'll have her put that in the budget too. And if we don't use it, we don't use it, you know.
okay.
I think we'll be good for another year with those.
Should be, they're not gonna look as sharp as they
I'll
did.
pull up the bill. Might have the bill.
I'm gonna.
But we won't have to buy poles and stuff, so, right now.
'Cause we
I
just-
have the invoice out,
Okay.
so.
But there is usually maintenance for those poles, sometimes a component's missing or something.
Yeah, yep,
So,
we'll put that in.
at
I'll
least
give her
Should be
the,
some spare parts around.
Okay.
I'll give her the,
I can put that in.
Should we do like a review of how many of them held up well this year?
yeah,
So we know that what we may have to purchase for this coming Memorial Day? Say, if a pole snapped or, like you
yeah,
said, a
when they
component is missing,
take them down.
somebody should go through and,
Not a bad idea.
take a look and see what we may need.
Well, once they take them down, we'll know that, and that'll be before December, so we'll be all set to have that
Yeah,
for the budget.
and, we could have a gathering in the safe.
We can. I'll let you into the intersanctum. Okay. Do you have any other recap about Memorial Day?
Phil wrote a nice editorial thanking us. I thought that was very nice. In the Telegram.
Good.
Yeah, it was good publicity.
Still publish that paper?
Yeah,
And who wrote it, Phil?
Phil.
Oh, Phil, thank you.
I have a
Thank you,
copy,
Phil.
but it's at work because I read it all the time just to, you're having a bad day.
There you go. Who owns it?
Okay.
I have no idea.
Who, what?
Oh, it's just
Who owns
dull
it?
question. Who owns the Telegram Gazette?
Oh, I don't know. I can find out for you, though.
Doesn't matter. I was just curious.
Today is, in the Boston Globe, they're all kind of mingling together over the television.
Oh, okay.
Used to be John Henry, I don't know.
A lot of the articles are written by USA Today people, and so they're getting a lot of their editorial content as well as their inputs
Oh, okay.
from the USA. So it's somewhat national in that aspect,
But still local.
but still local, that's correct.
Oh, that's good. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay. So if that's all for Memorial Day, does anyone else have anything else?
I do.
I know you have something that wasn't anticipated to be brought up, so Mary, if you could let us know.
All right, so the town manager forwarded this to me, and I agreed with her that I thought we should send a letter about the flag on John Deere. We thought it might hold more weight coming from us.
Oh, I called them up on that.
Yeah. So I agreed with her that, I know you have a letterhead. Do we have letterhead?
I can, we.
And just ask them. I don't know, how do we approach that? Do we just say,
Who owns it now? The
it's
Warriors?
United Turf, I think?
Ag Turf?
Yes,
Ag
United
Turf or something like that.
They own that?
owns
Yeah.
John Deere, correct.
Because I know, I went by there the other day, I saw a work crew up there putting, I think, new cell phone signal things on the pole, up by the top of the flagpole.
They might have. I know they were doing something with the flagpole the other day.
Yeah, I thought they were replacing the flag, and then I went back there the other day and it's still there.
Well,
The small
It
one.
is a cell phone tower. That's what it is.
So,
Oh, is it, yeah?
is it the
Oh.
fact that the flag is too small there?
Telephone
Yeah, it's, you can't even see it.
down at the grave, I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
You know, it'd be
Tell
like
'em we
putting
can
a
get 'em
3
a
by
good
5.
deal on a flag.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's like putting a 3 by 5 flag on that flagpole out front. That's how bad it
Too
looks.
small.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, you can't
One you
even
can
see
see
it.
from the cemetery?
Yeah,
From 140,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
from
that's what he said.
146, yeah.
but Karen,
What you have to do is try to get the height of the pole and just go online. They'll tell you what size you should have on it. Now, that doesn't mean you gotta make them do that, but
right, that we
that's
thought,
the size that should be on the pole.
You can't even see
Mary,
that
what would-
flag.
Well, in town, why don't you put some political pressure on it?
well, that's, I thought it would become, we'll start with this group first, and then if not, then we'll pull some
So if,
TikTok videos.
if you want to make a motion of what you would like to see in the letter, and I will write that up,
All right.
and we can have the chairperson of the task force sign it, and then we will mail it off. So,
I make a motion that we see if the requirement of a flag on that pole could be the size it should be designated for the height of that pole.
Oh, that's good. I'll second that motion.
Agree with that.
Takes care of that pole.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And/or take that undersized flag down, because it looks horrible.
It looks awful, I see it every day. You can't even see it. It's just a
Honestly.
little
This is
flag.
the first time I know somebody's making me aware there's a flag there.
I think they put that up as a flagpole, so I think in the contract,
There just has to be one up there?
there has to be a flag on that pole, because it's considered a flagpole,
Right.
not
Right. It's-
not a cell tower.
Yeah, and I think most of us over here, or all of us here, agree that the one that they have up there is an absolute disgrace.
Yeah, because I can't see from my
No, you
window
can't,
at
and
work.
it's-
I
it-
used to be able
And
to.
it's, I think it's dirty and tattered as well, so that needs to be.
You wouldn't know, it's so small, you can't see it.
No, why don't we go about it the right way?
Yep.
Yep.
Instead of doing it here, we'll go through the letter form and we'll go from there, I would think,
And then if we don't get any satisfaction,
Through
then we'll-
VFW or through the town?
through the town.
through the town. So I have Stuart with the motion, Mary seconded, and you were all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I will put a letter together, and I will call Chairman Gasco up to sign it, and we will get it out next week.
We can't be patient.
The reason I called was,
I don't know, I know.
they have a lift there that could do that
Yeah, yeah,
job.
That's all
You
I'm saying, yeah.
There's no rope, or I don't think there's anything inside for cables. I think they have to have a lift that goes up.
And they do have the lift
To
there,
put it on.
correct.
They do, because I watch them
Right.
from, I
Yeah.
can see them.
Yep.
Don't take that flag down, ever?
I don't think so.
Oh, really? Like you couldn't put it at half-mast if you wanted to.
That's too big, I think.
That's all I have.
Okay, does anybody have anything else? So, through the vice chair, can we ask Mr. Duquette to come up to the mic and introduce himself and let us know about himself?
Sure.
Okay.
Does he
Duquette,
want
if
to?
you'd like
What's
to
that?
go to the microphone and introduce yourself and
Right up there.
let them know that you are
You'll get
here
booed and
and
all that, but that's
willing to
okay.
serve and help.
Good evening. I'm Phil Duquette, originally from Worcester. I left there about 50 years ago and just came back last year. I lived and worked globally. I was very nomadic, but I'm here to stay, and I want to become more involved in the community. I've talked to Mary a couple times. I've been around trying to find things to do, and she invited me to come to this meeting, and I appreciate your indulgence, your invitation. Thank you. I noticed you were just trying to hand me off something there. That's good. Keep doing that. If I don't take it, you'll understand. I
Yeah.
kind of be careful, but I'll ask you about that flag again in just a minute that you were just discussing. But as far as my background, I'm a retired Navy person. Then I had 2 careers in the military, in the Navy. Then I had another career in power plant management, operation maintenance, and things of that nature, up and down the East Coast, Boston, Philadelphia, Bridgeport, New Haven, for what used to be the old Boston Edison and ComEd and a few other PECO, places like that. But I'm done with that. I've retired for the 3rd time, and I sincerely hope it takes. Having said that, I just applied to the governor, council to become a justice of the peace, and I was approved, so I'll be going to Boston, take my oath here shortly on that. And that shouldn't take a lot of my time, I'm hoping. But never can tell. Thanks for the warm welcome. Thanks for the invitation to attend and also the invitation to speak.
We appreciate you.
On a personal note, I have 5 sisters. We grew up in Worcester. My folks stayed in the same house that they moved into the day they got married in 1948, and they stayed there until the very end of their lives. And we closed out their estate a couple of years ago because they lived to 95 and 96 years old. So I'm hoping to be around for a while.
Yeah.
If the genes hold up. I am widowed. Another reason why I came back, I was living in a nice house in North Carolina and thought that was going to be the end of me. I was going to spend it right there on the edge of that river. But the truth is that life changes. Sometimes things happen. And so I said, why should I be alone? And all the kids are gone. I'll come back to Massachusetts. And I have 3 sisters still living in the area, 1 in Millbury, 2 in Uxbridge. So I'm happy to be back. Thank you for listening. That's really all I got.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being here, yeah. It's
Thank
great.
you very much. We're glad you're here.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
And with that, if there's nothing else, Vice Chair, would you like to call for a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Does anybody know where you can donate clothes to the veterans other than?